The Westminster Catechism asks an interesting question when it begins. It says, why did God make people? And the answer is that people would glorify God and enjoy Him forever. So basically what that's saying is that God made us as reflections of Him. God made us so that we would actually throw out to the world His fame, His honor, His reputation being upheld by us. In fact, if you check the Old Testament, when God actually came to the Israelites and chose them to be His people, He actually put His reputation in the hands of people for the first time and forever. He would rely on His people to spread His reputation to the world. So Israel was left with the kind of task of being His royal priesthood, His holy nation, of kind of being the people that would represent Him to the rest of the world. Now, if you check the story, Israel didn't do a great job, did they? Pretty quickly, they turned to the gods of other nations. They blew off the people they were supposed to love. They started to live their lives primarily for themselves, basically stomping on God's reputation. The question is, when I think about us today and how we live our lives, have we done anything really very different than the Israelites? God has kind of called us to be His people, to be His priesthood, to be His representatives to the world. Whenever we kind of discriminate against other people or live for ourselves or worship our own careers or money or be self-serving, essentially it's not that we're destroying ourselves so much as that we're destroying God's reputation. We're sort of saying to the world, this is what we think of God. This is who He is. Instead of spreading His fame, His honor, His glory, we instead spread our own fame, our own honor, our own glory to the world. So the question becomes, as you think about your life today, is God becoming more famous because of the way you live? Or are we stomping on His reputation? Are we making His name less than it's supposed to be? Have we lived our lives in such a way that God's honor and glory and name are upheld in the earth? Or are we simply crushing His reputation just like the Israelites did a long time ago?